Namaste, my dear friends. Have you ever had such a moment that you're taking a Amanita Muscaria, hoping that will give you energy, insights, but yet you feel tired, sleepy, and eventually just want to sleep? So this is a question which I'm being asked very often. How come everybody shares about the increasing energy and clarity effect of Amanita Muscaria, but when I take it, I just want to sleep. My body gets tired, I feel that I just want to relax, and I have a totally opposite effect, even though now I especially took Amanita so to get energy. So let me answer this question in a deep, profound way. First of all, if you would study better in school, or if you would study by yourself about your own health, you wouldn't know that your body, it's already perfect and it knows how to heal itself. But if you want to heal yourself, you need to give yourself time and space. And you know how body heals itself and what happens on a physical level when it focuses its energy on healing. That's correct. You just are sleepy. You want to relax. Because when we close our eyes, our body starts to work. Our body, all of the organs, all of the blood, all of the cells, all of the programs which were given throughout the day, they start being implemented, produced, changed. As a result, when you do your mental, spiritual, emotional work, you're always, or physical, you always are tired after that and you want to sleep and relax. And that's a natural way how a body recovers. So what happens when you take Amanita Muscaria and you ask for healing? Well, it will simply show you that if you don't have enough of energy, then you simply just relax. Simply relax. Stop thinking that your purpose of life is working and running and proving to others that you have a purpose to live. But simply allow yourself to be yourself. What means if you want to sleep, sleep. Organize for yourself sleep. Organize for yourself rest. If when you take Amanita, you start to fall asleep, it just shows that you're exhausted. You're super exhausted. Your body needs time to recover. And pills, painkillers won't solve the problem. In many cases, it's much, much, much more effective to give yourself 3 days of good sleep rather than to go to a doctor. You will see that when you simply give yourself rest and take away from your life the stress which took away your sleep, you'll see that many things can happen in a natural way. But if we don't organize for ourselves time freedom, space freedom, mental freedom, then of course we will always lose energy. And when you will take Amanita, it cannot give you energy if your car is broken. There's no point of giving fuel to a car which is broken. It has to first to be fixed. And we have magical cars inside of us because all we need to do is to allow it to do its natural work. When you give your body the opportunity to relax, to sleep, to get that freedom from the surrounding reality that you need, you'll see magical results, and they will happen very naturally. So, just know it's a very natural thing that the body will like to sleep. When you're starting to take Amanita, or when you're sick, or when you're tired, sleep is the best natural way how the body recovers, regenerates, implements everything what you said, implements everything that you have requested for your body to implement. At the same time, it would destroy diseases. It would clean itself from these diseases and necessity. But if the person continues to run, continues to go to work, continues to spend time with people when he just wants to be alone, well, don't be surprised that later on you're going to disease, then you're going to get a chronic disease, and then eventually it can be a death disease. Because our bodies are living beings, and living beings, they have a time for action and they have a time for rest. The more spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally you develop, the less physical rest you will need, because your avatar will be working very smooth and easy. And yet still, our bodies have cycles. We live in the cycles. And the cycles, they help us to keep exactly this flow, this balance, the recovery, the energy, and everything that we need. So, may everybody know that falling asleep on Amanita Muscaria in the beginning of your healing, it's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. It just shows that you finally see that you're tired. You just finally see that you deserve a rest. You can finally understand that only you can give yourself the rest that you deserve. Everything lies in your hands. So, and if you don't understand what is happening, trust your feelings, trust your body. If your body tells you something, listen to it. Don't listen to the mind, Don't listen to outer experts. First of all, learn to understand and to trust your body and what it tells you by the level of energy, by the way that it feels, by the way it wants to get, sleep. How much sleep? How deep is the sleep? What helps you to have a good, beautiful sleep, to wake up with a smile in the morning and a desire to live? So these are all questions which I highly recommend you to ask when you're starting to take Amanita. And especially when you're falling asleep. No, it's deep, 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 beautiful healing. Sleep enough, and you might avoid operations, expensive of visiting doctors, expenses of taking pharmaceutical drugs, then afterwards expenses of recovering from pharmaceutical drugs. So sometimes one of the best way how you can support yourself is stop criticizing with your mind about how effective you are and how much you have to do, and to start to become a free person who thinks of their soul and their body and their lives. As true richness, it's not connected with money, but it's about how you feel. It's about how much free time you have and how are you managing your life in organizing that reality which you want. Happiness lies in such freedom, and only you can make it real in your body, and Amanita and your soul can assist you in that, but only when you will have clarity and you will listen to everyone, and especially yourself. So I hope this will assist the ones who are falling asleep, and for everybody who are awake to know that it's totally cool to sleep so much as you need. Trust your body. Once you recover, your amount of sleep will go down and your level of energy will go up, but do your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual work for that. Namaste. Oh, and share in the comments, please, what are right now in your life the most challenging aspects that you're trying to overcome? It might be with your physical health, emotional, mental, or changing something in your reality. Please share in the comments below what you would like to find out, to discover, and to know. And these topics, I might make a video. So much love and blessings, and always in touch. Namaste.